Crew, I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful week. Today is Wrestling News and Chat with my co-stars, Steve and Jason, and I hope they are having a wonderful day as well. Steve, how's it going? We missed you last week.
It's going good. I mean, how's it going with you guys? I'm going good. I'm doing good. I'm not complaining.
Good. Glad to hear it. Jace, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, no, it's been a good week. Don't know if you know, it's my birthday on Thursday.
Okay. And
Yeah,
why is that?
so got nice few bits and pieces, which I'll showcase at some point, obviously.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, just been, and I've obviously been down here with my parents and that, just like hanging out and that. Went for ice cream today.
Yay!
That was nice. Yep.
Love ice cream.
What was it? Butterscotch flavour.
Ooh, my dad loves butterscotch ripple.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
I haven't tried that, but it sounds interesting.
It's really good.
Well, I used to eat the crunchy bars, which are honeycomb, right?
Yeah.
And when I was on the trip to the States, the flight, they had the crunchy ice cream.
Right.
So I thought that's quite nice. I quite like that. Bit too sweet, perhaps. And then I tried another one. I can't remember who made it, but someone, it wasn't Ben and Jerry's, but someone like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's lovely. So, yeah. I know. So, not too, it's a bit sweet, but it's not too much.
Yeah, mixed with the vanilla and everything else and whatever, it's really, really good. Yeah, I like it. You should try butterscotch ripple. Let me know how you do, Steve, because it is really, really good.
I'm like super stubborn, and so if it's not mint or mint Oreo, I just don't even think about it. But butterscotch does sound interesting, so I will definitely try it out if I get a chance.
Yeah, my favorite's usually mint chocolate chip.
Yep.
I usually get. I don't like cookies and cream or anything like that.
I annihilate cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream was I had, right? Because we went to the same place twice. Cookies and cream, and then the M&M's laced cone.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, very nice. Make the right mess of it though. Dribbles everywhere.
When I was taking care of my grandfather before he passed, like we always had like black cherry ice cream. Yeah, and I got addicted to that stuff from that dude. Like he was always getting mad because I was eating his ice cream all the time. It was so good. I was like, stop getting good ice cream then if you don't want me to.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Ice Cream Chat.
Yeah, I know, right?
Welcome to Ice Cream Taste Test.
Yeah, exactly. We should do that one day. Just get, a bunch of bits and, as Jason calls them, bits and bobs together and some snacks and just sit here and taste them all day. Anyway.
I mean, if I get to just eat snacks, I'm fine. I'll show up every time. What do you mean?
Exactly, right? Oh, you can't go wrong with that.
Sorry, I'm busy. I'm eating ice cream on a podcast. So I'll be back.
All right, we're going to get to the wrestling news because I got lots to report tonight. We got lots to talk about, events coming up and results to the WWE draft, as well as some updates on the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, which I was really impressed with. We'll talk about that later. But unfortunately, we have a couple of passings to talk about this morning, which we hate to see, but as we get older, it becomes more and more often that people are passing away. The first one we're going to talk about, for anyone who doesn't know him, the wrestler Ryan Sakota passed away on September 2nd, 2021. No cause known as of yet. Developmental deal was signed in 2003, only to have him leave in 2004. He was in Ultimate Pro Wrestling, also the NWA OI champion, and was NWA IC title with Samoa Joe. Teamed with Jimmy Wang Yang and Tajiri.
Yeah.
Have some respect on my ECW legend Tajiri, man. Come on.
Right? Tajiri for a number of matches. The main event roster. I knew that name before this started. So
he came back for a bit.
Was that the triple team, the Flying Elvises or whatever it was called?
Yeah. And he was part of a lawsuit against the WWE for hiding the effect of concussion syndrome. He retired from wrestling to work at Disney's Grand California Hotel. He was 48 years old.
Shame.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends and anyone affected by that. And I had it right here. Okay, and the last one here that we have is Reggie Parks passes at the age of 87. If you don't know who Reggie Parks is, he is a wrestling championship creator. He is a native resident of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Stu Hart helped him get his start, and he created the Winged Eagle title that Bret Hart would wear on 5 occasions in the WWF. He created the classic IC title, the WWF Tag Team title, the WCW US title, and the IWCP Heavyweight title, and countless others.
All right, okay, cool.
Can we bring that guy back from the dead and have him redesign some of these titles, please? Like, let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Found Jason Clow, Foundles Ferrets. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you don't got to tell everybody the secret.
Yeah.
Jimmy Barnes molest marsupials.
Well
then, all right, okay, moving on.
That's hard. That's harder to get down than the ferrets are.
Yeah.
You risk getting kicked in the gut.
Indeed, join them for every Friday night, pretty much, for some quiplash, and you'll learn quite a few of these things.
Oh.
Yes, it is a fun event.
If things go like they did last night, there'll be lots of chat about pop culture stuff. Because we didn't get to play a game last night, and we ended up talking movies and comics and all sorts of things. It's quite interesting.
It's a fun time. It really is. I enjoyed myself last time, and I actually, now that my kid's back in school, both of them are, I changed my times on Twitch to 1 p.m. For my trivias, because now at least I can be there for you guys on Friday nights.
Yeah, cool.
So we had Shat Chow last night. Okay. We had a chat show last night.
Is that another way of saying shit show?
Yeah, maybe.
Both, yeah, probably.
All right.
That's that's the PG version.
Yeah. But our thoughts and prayers go out to those family members who are affected by all of that. Yeah. It's always sad to see whether they are a wrestler or part of wrestling, period. These guys passing. But, you know, it's inevitable, right? So, unfortunately. All right. Now, we're going to start with... Hey, Leroy, what's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Frammers.
Okay, so we're going to start with the draft, which, once again, was the typical, I'm going to stand in front of a podium, which we are now bored with, in case WWE hasn't heard us.
And we're going to draft the same people back to our show that are already on the show.
Exactly. Bring back for Tumblr. Bring it back. Give more excitement, more mystery to it.
Bring back the Survivor Series style, where they fight each other's other rosters, and then whoever wins gets to have the pick.
Well, they did do that with Roman Reigns and a couple of others. Unfortunately, it just wasn't there. There was no build up for it or nothing like that. There was no promo for it, nothing. So yeah, Jason eats sausages on weeknights. Okay, I do too. Bring back flogging. Yes, Leroy. Yes, flogging. Definitely.
As long as he doesn't eat sausages the long way, then we're all good.
Please don't deep throat a sausage, Chase.
Not the long way.
You got to taste it at least.
He ate the sausage in 2 bites.
I chop mine up in little bits, and then anyways.
Sausage fast.
Yeah. All right. So Raw drafted Bianca Belair, Big E, RK Bro, which is Randy Orton and Riddle, for those who don't know, Edge, Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash, Rey Mysterio and Dominic, Austin Theory has been brought up from NXT, Keith Lee is going to be on Raw, Alexa Bliss, and Liv Morgan. So that's who we have for that. And SmackDown has drafted Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Kofi and Xavier Woods, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Hit Row, Naomi, and Jeff Hardy.
Did you?
There were some other ones as well.
Carmella was drafted to Raw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Xia Li got drafted.
Isn't this the first time Carmella's ever been on Raw since she got drafted into SmackDown in like 2016?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's some missing.
That's wild.
Yeah, some missing from the list because Xia Li got drafted.
Goldberg got drafted.
Yeah. I just
what's his name? The British fella.
I can't remember.
I can't think of his bloody name. The one that was hanging around with Pete Dunne.
Oh God, no, I can't even remember. That's what I'm saying. Like I just went by what was on the website.
Yeah.
So
I saw it. So
yeah, I missed half of them when I was watching the show. So I just went on the website and got them. But yes, Carmella is back on Raw. I don't think she's been on Raw since Enzo left.
I don't think I don't think they were on the show together because they're having issues when she's still in NXT.
Yeah,
because that was when they broke up. So I think, or they never dated. She was dating Liv, or he was dating Liv. But I think they're having problems with her and him because of some I don't know, weird stuff with Big Cass and her. Maybe I think maybe Cass was with her. So I don't think she was ever on Raw with them. If I remember, she might have been, but
maybe
from all I remember, she's been on SmackDown since she was in NXT. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
Ryan Milky, what's going on, my buddy? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. But
that is an unexplained mystery.
Yeah, it's an unexplained one. But here's the thing. SmackDown and Raw, this is the thing. Half of them we weren't even shocked. The only thing that I was kind of shocked about was the fact that they switched places with Big E and the New Day, just kind of switched them on rosters. Yeah. I am glad that they're keeping Big E by himself.
Yeah.
Giving him the push he deserves, as well as keeping Xavier and Kofi, kind of separating them from each other, sort of, to give them a chance to be individuals. Not that the New Day's not awesome. Some fans are quite upset about it, but what are you going to do? Yeah.
It just comes down to WWE. They just hate trios and stables. They just don't like tag teams that are more than two. So,
yeah,
I mean, that's just how it is.
Exactly. That's
why they broke the Wyatts up when they did, because they didn't want it to
be. The one I'm surprised at, and I wish I could remember his bloody name. I had it on the tip of my tongue earlier. Right? The British guy. Anyway, it's surprised he came up and Pete Dunne didn't.
Yeah. I know Pete Dunne is more over than he is.
Yeah.
The right of the individual to be individual. Yes, exactly, Jimmy. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know who that is. I can't remember. We're going to have to research it, and I'll have to put it in somewhere, or Steve might be able to see if there's a random British dude that we missed that got drafted from NXT. I just can't remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I guess
he came back. Yeah, he only came. Sorry, I was going to say he only came back from injury a little while ago.
Hangs around zoos with the dead of night in his trap. Oh, Leroy.
Let me have a look.
Okay. All right.
Has he been dirty again? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he is. He said he heard Jason hangs around in zoos at the dead of night with his trousers down.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Well, he knows about dogging, so.
Does he now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Steve looks that up. We're going to talk about the next thing, which is next year's SummerSlam. Now, they're talking about having next year's SummerSlam in the UK. It'll be the 30th anniversary of SummerSlam, and it could be at Wembley Stadium or Cardiff's Principality Stadium. Davey Boy Smith beat Bret Hart in the IC title at the first one that was in 1992. And the Ultimate Warrior fought Randy Savage. So, I mean, those are iconic matches. They were the first ever matches for SummerSlam. So and the bloke, Njpw, maybe. Hey, Andy, what's going on?
The only two on this list that I got, and this apparently was updated yesterday, The only two people that says were drafted from NXT are Drake Maverick and Austin Theory.
It was Drake Maverick, wasn't it?
But
Drake Maverick got drafted.
Yeah, Drake Maverick.
One of the after show picks.
And Austin Theory, it says, were the two.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him. I know Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
It wasn't Riddick Moss, because Riddick Moss is with Baron.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I really am looking forward to this, and I hope they do bring it back to the UK, because I love seeing the UK fans are very passionate and everything else, and I love seeing that. We'll have the 30th anniversary there would be iconic, would be amazing to see. So there we go.
Jimmy, book the hotel, mate.
Yep, Jimmy, book it. Get it ready next summer.
Book it, Vince. Book it, Vince.
Right. All right. Very passionate. If it comes to UK, I'll go. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. I don't blame you. Jason loves Maverick. He too, the only man in the WWE roster who Jace could probably beat up. Yeah, probably.
Don't forget, I used to do judo.
Yeah, there you go. See, so you might be.
Hey, so did Eric Bischoff, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
I'll kick his ass as well.
I'm back.
Not for long, mother.
Never.
All right. So we're going to go back and forth between WWE and AEW as per what we usually do. Arn Anderson, AEW, kicks Cody out of the group. Kicks him out. He talked about how Cody maybe should put a star on his face, which was in the WWE. He did mention it, and they left Cody standing alone in the ring. So that's the end of that. And Arn is not happy with Cody's performances.
He also talked about pulling a Glock out and shooting someone in the head. I think Malachi in the head or whatever. I don't know. He just went off, and so the whole Glock Anderson meme started with his son, Glock Anderson. So it was a weird week. It was a weird promo. Very weird promo. It was Cody Rhodes. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the thing, and I hope he doesn't bring that character back. Although he did a phenomenal job with it, right? But it just wasn't
creepy.
Cody.
It was creepy.
It was, but you want that creep factor sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Not on Stardust. He's supposed to be a hero.
That's the bloke I was thinking of, Rich Holland.
Yeah, Rich Holland. Okay, yep, there you go.
He's like, I'm gonna take a Glock and tear. I'm like, what are you talking about, Anderson? Calm down, buddy.
Yeah. Jimmy says he can't blame Arn for threatening Cody with a gun. Rhodes gets on my nerves. He does get on my nerves a little bit, but he's a smart cookie, though.
I mean, they're in productions. They're in the production and the direction team, so you can't really hit him too much.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with Cody now that he's out of the group. They're going to bombard him, kick him.
Well, I think this is when he turns. I think this is his heel turn that everyone's been wanting. Because when Cody was a heel in what was it, ROH or not ROH, but Impact, wherever he was before, like he was so over, and when he became a babyface, he just didn't have it. He just was not over anymore.
What has Jimmy put now? You were laughing at something. Do
I have to say it?
Go on.
Well, Leroy started something by saying that Jason wants a SummerSlam with Jimmy in the hotel overnight. But anyways, it finally got down to Leroy. Imagine the tiny blind man thinking he's Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's kung fu, not bloody judo.
Yeah, get it right, will you? More like Rutger Hauer from Blind Fury. Yeah, maybe. All right, we're going to move on to the next order of business, which is AJ Lee. She's returning to wrestling. However, it is not in the way we think. She will be joining WOW Wrestling, the Women of Wrestling show that has been produced to have, excuse me. She is going to be named as an executive in the show as having input and everything else. She came and appeared on stage during the recent news conference that WoW Wrestling was having. And WoW was removed from Access TV, but they are reportedly in talks with Viacom about a 2022 reboot. AJ will not be wrestling, but like I said, she is really busy with all her stuff in Hollywood right now. But she has shown no interest in wrestling whatsoever. She's just, like I said, the projects she's involved in with the Wonder Woman thing, her comic books, everything else in Hollywood right now are keeping her busy. She does no interest in wrestling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh my goodness, Jason, you need to read that chat. Anyways, Braun is begging to go back in WWE. Now, I want your guys' opinion on this. I don't think he's begging to go back. I think this is just a ploy for social media. It says WWE is not interested in bringing Braun back. It says his no compete clause is finished, so he can go where he wants. No writing teams are interested. Braun says he's turned down astronomical amounts of money from other companies. Every three-letter word company has made me an offer, and I've turned them down. Right now, all he wants to do is take a breath and enjoy life.
Yeah.
I agree with him. I don't know what he's going to do. You know, I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
Not really, to be honest. You know, go let the guy do what he wants. You know what wrestling media is like. There's a load of it's hoopla and BS and all the rest of it. So, who do you believe?
Yeah. Yeah, because they were saying for a while he was going to be on Impact and everything else. And, I mean, I don't care where he ends up. It's up to him, you know. Yeah. But he is quick for the big guy that he is, and he is powerful. So, I mean, he could do a lot of good work. Steve, what do you think about all that?
I mean, yeah, like he said, let him do what he wants. He's happy right now, what he's doing, hanging out with his family, doing everything he's doing right now. He's doing, like, talk show. I know he was with EC3 on a talk show recently. He's just been doing his thing, and he's just been minding to himself. I really do believe WWE really does want him back, even though if they don't act like they do. That's just the way they are. Yeah. But I mean, everyone knows it was a big loss losing him. So
yeah,
honestly, I just let him do what he wants. I mean, you can't force him back. So
yeah, it's true.
If he's happy, he doesn't want to wrestle anymore, let him do his thing. He's a big country dude. Let him do his thing. Let him go out and fish and shit. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. He needs to
just pull a WCW and pull him like a fake Sting and just bring in X-Pac, who looks just like Braun now, and just say that's Braun Strowman now. Just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
go.
Yeah. This is X-Pac, right? He was Braun Strowman, right? He's been on the FU diet.
Yes.
It'll be like Wolfpack Sting, where it was a fake Sting and fake Kevin Nash. Let's do all that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, you guys in chat are too funny. I'm telling you. Jason's been hanging out with his family until his mom reminds him to zip his flies up.
Oh jeez.
One video which I deleted.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Hey, if you're honest.
And I didn't even know until somebody told me. It's not like I was going around, flapping it around for everybody to see or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Not this time.
Not this time, yeah. Last time, maybe. No. Never again.
Oh, yeah, well, I was drunk that time, so I've got excuse.
Right, I don't do it when I'm sober, right? Because then it's not on purpose, so.
Well, that's it, right? Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about right now is, I don't know if you've seen it yet, Confessions of a Kung Fu Predator. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, no.
We're going to talk about the new AEW Women's Championship belt that they have brought out. It's called the TBS Championship. The tournament will be held. No date when the tournament will start, but it wasn't.
I believe it starts in 2 or 3 weeks is when they start Well, I think they start like matches to who gets in the tournament, and they're going to start in the gauntlet around like November and stuff. So
Yeah, at their next...
Because they switch on January 5th, so I'd imagine that's when the last match is.
Yeah. Which will be their next event when they will have that match. So we shall see when that happens. Okay.
But it's a female title. It's a female title, so the females are getting a second world title now. It's just like the TNT title. It's going to be like Intercontinental title, but it's cool that they're getting represented and it's not just going to the men's again. So,
yeah,
so we get to see more talent.
I think it's a good time to bring it in, though. I agree with you on that. It's a good time to bring it in now. They've got a lot of women on the roster and everything else, so it's time to start doing this. I don't think they're ready for tag team championships for the women yet.
WWE still isn't ready for that.
No, I know, right? They don't have enough people in there now. They used to, but, you know. Funko Papa Hana, how are you doing, sweetheart? I hope the weather has been good, treating you well. I hope you're happy and healthy. Welcome in, honey. Jace, what?
Because I'm saying they have just plenty of, I mean, Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa, Jade Cargill, Chris Statlander. Like, they've got so many people that could compete for it. They're stacked on that now. Yeah,
exactly. Jace, have you seen the new title yet?
No. As you know, I'm way behind with AEW.
Yeah.
So trying to catch up.
I can bring it up real quick.
I was just going to ask, do you mind bringing up a quick picture of that? Crouching Jason, hidden Jimmy. You guys are the best. I'm telling you, how the stuff that they come up with, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, this is where we like this every week.
Yeah, I know, right? And Jason's like, I'm so done with all of this.
No, I just let them get on with them. Hopefully they knock themselves out.
Hey, at least they're leaving someone else alone, right?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I get my own back on Jimmy from time to time.
I got it up.
There we go. So that is what it looks like.
Hey, that's all right, isn't it?
It's not too bad.
It's bigger than the women's belt. The title belt is the women's world belt.
Yeah.
I don't know about the TBS logo. I mean, I suppose that's what they've got, but it looks almost like a little bit kiddie-ish.
Well, I mean, if they were trying to fit in with the TBS, I mean, that's what are you gonna?
Yeah.
It kind of works for that. I like the sides of it with the building on it there. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. That was someone that I saw someone mentioning that too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with the TNT title, but which they could still technically keep it because Rampage is still gonna be on TNT. So I'm sure Rampage will just become a TNT title show at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Ohana, thank you so much for coming in. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Yeah, looking forward to the upcoming CBB's championship and the ITV2 title. Okay.
The CBB's title, I like that.
Yeah.
The little 3-year-olds having a fight in each other.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I did do a trivia, Leroy, so you missed that yesterday. Or Wednesday. Or was it? Yeah, yesterday on Twitch. You missed that. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about, too. I think it's a good title, by the way. I just want to put that last bit in. I think it looks like a really nice title. I do agree with Jason a little bit. The TBS logo could have been a little bit more, like, funky, cool to kind of pop out a bit more. But, you know, they have to go with what they can work with. And I really do kind of like the way they laid out the sides of it and everything. So, you're off to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Jason. All right, then. Take care, Leroy.
See you later, Lee. You're my pet.
But the next thing we're going to talk about is Asuka. Now, we don't know where she is right now. We don't know what. But they are talking about her turning heel when she comes back. So she must be nursing an injury of some sort because there was no news put out as to what the problem was and why she's been gone and everything else. But when she comes back, which show will she go to, Raw or SmackDown? What should she come back as, a heel, or could she turn full evil? So, Jace, we'll go with you on that. What do you think she should do?
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, she's kind of done the bad, the heel turn anyway before. They never seem to quite know what to do. She's flip-flopped a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might be, if they've got a really good story for it. The thing is, you don't want too many, what should we say, dark, sinister characters.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it gets too much. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Alexa, Bray. Obviously, if he'd been still there, he would have been a bit twisted. Who else was there? Well, Finn Balor when he's the demon.
Right.
And from if the last Smackdown was anything to be indicated, when the draft happens, Jeff Hardy will be taking an identity change.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, when he got drafted, he said was he going back to SmackDown then, I think, and he said, there'd be a change happening or something like that. I can't remember the exact words.
I think he said I don't know, either a personality change or something similar like that. He said there's going to be but he did hint at it, so.
So we know what that may indicate.
Yeah. Either Broken or Willow. So either Brother Nero or Willow again. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I hope it's Willow.
Which is really it'd be really, really weird if it does go back to Nero, because Matt Hardy lately in AEW with his Orange Cassidy feud keeps like getting more broken and broken again. Like he's going back to it too. So it'd be really weird if they both went broken again at the same time, but on different shows. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
But I think it's Willow. I mean, he's hinted at Willow coming back for a while now. So
yeah.
I'm really hoping.
Anyway, we got off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were saying beforehand.
With Asuka, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, by all means, try something different with her and all the rest of it. I mean, she's always been a little sort of a bit kooky, hasn't she?
A little bit, and I do like that about her. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can have sort of elements in there.
Yeah.
Like like they did with what they did with Susie in Impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Where she's got the very sinister one, and then she's got this really sort of like bookish character. Yeah. I'm not saying they want to do exactly the same thing.
No, but something along those lines. Yeah.
Hey, I've got to run, but if I don't know how long I'll be gone, but if I'm not gone too long, I got your link. I'll just join back in.
Okay.
So my mother needs help with something. So
no problem. On that note, can you excuse me while I go somewhere?
And I will talk a bit about what I have here. So we'll.
Yeah. I will not be very long at all. And I'll see you later, Steve.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So I'll mute him for a sec until he comes back. I don't know why he is. But you guys had some good titles there. I don't know. The Crow just kind of came to me, so I had to say it, the Clo instead of the Crow. It made sense, right? Because of his last name. But anyways, I'm going to talk really quick about the former TNA wrestler Chris Harris, who has wrestled with James Storm and the Americas who won Most Wanted. With the America's Most Wanted, sorry, my bad, was arrested for DUI on October 5th in Kentucky and will be in court on November 2nd. So unfortunately, Chris Harris is now in jail. I hate DUI. I do not like it. It makes me really, you saw that. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I've never driven. But for this to happen really pisses me off because I do not like people who drink and drive. Yeah, he's back though. Welcome back. We were just talking about the fact that former TNA wrestler Chris Harris was arrested for DUI in Kentucky and on October 5th. This is a thing. It just really ticks me off, people that drink and drive, because you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting others and others' families and everybody else. If you're going to drink, don't drive. Have a designated driver or call a cab. Take a taxi to wherever you're going. Take a taxi home. Take a bus there. Take a taxi home. Whatever you got to do, it's simple, it's easy. Have a friend pick you up, do whatever you got to do, or don't go out at all. Go to a friend's house, stay the night, stay home with friends.
Unfortunately, and I'm not condoning it in any way, shape, or form.
No.
But that points to me somebody's got underlying issues if he's doing that.
Yeah.
Right, because I had a friend that had never done it before in his life. Then his marriage started falling apart for various reasons. He went out and ended up, luckily didn't hurt anybody else. Yeah. Right? And the thing is, he's normally a very responsible guy, but he ended up driving his car into a ditch.
Yeah, and that shows you what can happen just once.
Yep.
Just once. Never done it before, just once, and that can happen. And I'm not saying that people aren't going through stuff and whatever, but if you need help, call someone. Don't drive. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it ruins lives. It has, ended families. So,
exactly.
So, anyways, that's just my little plug. I wish Chris all the best, and I hope that he gets the help he needs while he is in jail. But I also hope that he gets the time he deserves for doing what he did.
Yep.
Moving on. All right. Bliss is not on Raw right now. She is either injured or on hiatus, or they're working on whatever she's going to come back as. How long is she gone for? There's no date, but she should be back soon. They said within the coming weeks. All signs are pointing to a new character. The change could be much different. Could go to a very dark place. She's lost the Fiend. She lost Lily. Nikki is gone. No longer worried about her. She come back with a purpose, and she could be a threat to Becky Lynch. Because now, what could happen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Leroy.
What was that?
He said the most unbelievable thing about the story is Jason said he had a friend.
Well, you must be a figment of my imagination then, mate.
Yep, exactly. Imaginary friends. But yeah, I hope she comes back. I could see her coming back as this Lily persona, because if you watched her lose that match against Charlotte Flair, and then Charlotte, when she ripped Lily apart, if you watched Alexa walk out of the ring, she was literally drooling spit and foam.
Yeah.
She had buck teeth at one point. So I don't know what's going on, what they're going to do with her. I really could see her going dark as Lily. I don't know what you think, Chase.
Yeah, I mean, she's shown that she can do the darker characters and that. And I've liked the Twisted Bliss, as we should call her, character. Yeah, it works, so why not? Go for it.
Yeah. I really want them to go a different way with her. And kind of go away from the Playhouse thing, because it keeps referring back to the Fiend, like he's coming back, and he ain't coming back.
Yeah,
so I think
that we know of.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. It could be all a ploy. We don't know what's going to happen, but I really hope that they take it in a different area away from that, though. She needs to be her own person now, whether or not he's coming back. If he does, he does. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. They need to move on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. In AEW on Rampage next weekend on Friday night, Junior Dos Santos makes his debut. He and Men of the Year have a 6-man tag against the Inner Circle.
Fair enough.
So that should be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky Lynch. I loved Becky Lynch. She ruled the cobbles from the Rovers. Yeah. Yep. So, all right. Okay. This is one thing I had to mention because I am Canadian. I'm very happy about this. But finally, Bret Hart is going to have a spot on the Canadian Walk of Fame.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. He's the first pro wrestler to be inducted. He will be he was inducted. Oh, okay, let me try English first.
Pardon me.
Lovely.
How does that do? That was English as you can get. Sorry.
That helped, actually. He's going to be inducted and will be part of the Walk of Fame, along with fellow Canadians Keanu Reeves, the gold medalist Damian Warner, and also the scientist who discovered insulin. So there's many more. They're very picky about who they pick for the Canadian Walk of Fame, which is a good thing, but also, a lot of people are missing out. December 4th, it will broadcast on CTV. The induction has already happened, but they are going to broadcast it. No word on how the fans outside of Canada will be able to watch. They may have to wait for it to come to YouTube or other social media platforms for it to come out. I'm not sure what they're going to do on that. But as it is not going to be aired until December 4th, there may be time for other networks in the UK, in the US, and other countries, in New Zealand, Australia, to get digs and spots to air the same thing. Because Bret Hart is known worldwide. He is a champion. He is a Hall of Famer. And I think he deserves to be on TV worldwide having this done. I don't know.
Well, I'd imagine, if not WWE, one of the companies will showcase it.
Yeah,
I don't know if Bret's still with WWE at the moment.
I think he's still kind of working in the back. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they'll probably focus on it, I would imagine.
Yeah, maybe. England from the 5th. Oh, okay.
What now?
England is currently being represented by this filthy gnome.
Mate, I'll take that.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, but I think it's about time. I don't know how many wrestlers in the U.S. have their name on the Walk of Fame out in the States, in Hollywood. No clue. But at least he is the first Canadian, so that's another milestone for him. No, I know. Why not? I don't know. Do you have Fred and Rose West from Max Clifford? I don't know. UK Hall of Fame. I don't know. You should check. Google it, Jimmy, and let me know. No, he said that if you come to Canada, maybe you'll stay here. And I said, no, we're going to send them back to you. And he said, don't. Please don't.
Where is the Walk of Fame now? Actually, thinking about it.
The Canadian one? Or the
Canadian one.
I think it's in Toronto somewhere or in Ottawa. It's one of the two places. I actually have to Google that myself. But I think it's in Toronto. I'm just going to Google it.
Yeah. That's still probably miles away from where I'm going.
You never know, right? So it might take a minute to come up.
Oh, man.
Anyways. While I wait for that to come up. And that's a tough one because it's in Toronto, Ontario. There it is. Canadian Walk of Fame is located in Toronto, is a Walk of Fame that acknowledges blah, blah, blah. We know that. It's in front of Roy Thompson Hall.
Right. Well, I have no idea where that is.
It's near me.
Right. Well, I wouldn't be able to go there then either.
Yep. The U-Tree Awards this year is a tight race between Rolf Harris and Jason Clow. All right, then.
Right, shut off. Don't bring that bloke's name up here.
Fred West is a legend. Fred West is a legend. No job too small.
Yeah, Brian Blessed is a legend. I've been called Brian Blessed Jr. So I'll take that. Guns live.
Jimmy says Fred laid a good patio. Nobody gives him enough credit for that. So, all right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about now is Bayley. Now, we know she's out indefinitely right now because of the injury that she has, but she is also a free agent. She is right. So she could go to Raw. She can go to Smackdown. Bayley went undrafted in the draft, so we don't know where she's going to go. So she can sign with whoever she wants. She is still in the early stages of recovery, and she is still wearing her knee brace. So we know, because she did have knee surgery, but she may not be back until mid-2022 or early spring, late fall. We don't know. Seth Rollins came back early from his injury. He healed pretty fast and everything else, so he did really well coming back. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think Bayley should do?
I think she needs to change the direction. I think it's time, something different to what she did before. But I think she needs to go face again.
Yeah.
I think she's been, you've had all this backwards and forwards with her and Sasha, backwards, right? Yeah. She needs something new to challenge her, and you can always make her realise that she alienated the fans and she regrets it and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right, and now she's coming back and going back to what she does best.
Yep.
And this time she's going to do things the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing, right? Like. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I really want to see her do something. I agree with you. I was actually thinking about that before I went live about what she should do as I was doing this. And I'm like, she should go back to a baby face, right? But, keep that little snarky attitude she has.
Yeah.
I think she should go on whatever show she wants away from Sasha. She needs a whole new storyline. She needs a whole new revamp. And I think she could come back better than ever.
Put her in a program with Shayna Baszler.
That would be perfect. Actually, I do agree with you. Yeah. That would be good. Yep. Her again. But I mean, even so, her against Becky Lynch. She's had her matches against Charlotte Flair. She's had Sasha Banks, everything else, right? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I really want to see her come back. She's really good. She really is. The whole Sasha Bayley storyline that they went through, that whole arc was really, really good.
It was, But, I just want to see something new now.
Yeah, we all do. And I think the fans like to see something new every once in a while. But kind of like, I don't want them to do what they did to the Hurt Business, because they brought in these great guys. It made a great faction. They were doing well and then split them up all of a sudden. I don't want them doing that sort of thing to Bayley, where they bring her back, get her in the storyline, and then drop it, which is typical WWE.
However, for whatever reason, the Hurt Business are back.
Yes, and I'm glad they are. So I don't know what happened and why they separated. Maybe there was personal reasons there or something we don't know about, but maybe they fired somebody that needed to be fired.
Yeah, lack of decent writers.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Vince is apparently one of them now.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, so we're screwed. No,
even more last minute decisions.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about NXT and Raw in a second, but I want to bring up something too about that whole like revamping and writing. Yeah, she does. But NXT was aiming at the 18 to 25 demographic to try and bring these youngsters in. Yeah. But where a lot of us got our love for wrestling is from our parents and from watching it in the old days when they first started. Some of us, Killer Kowalski and his bunch, Mae West, Fabulous Moolah, and then some of us with the Hulk Hogan, Coco Beware, Ricky Steamboat, Macho Man, stuff like that. And sorry.
You said Mae West, not Mae Young.
Mae Young, sorry. I get them mixed up all the time because Mae West is an actress. But in the Attitude Era, you got Triple H, Chyna, and then Stephanie came in. Shane McMahon started wrestling, different things like that. And now you've got the new era of Ricochet, all of Mustafa Ali. You've got Keith Lee, Tony Storm, Piper Niven, Finn Balor, like all these great people. And each generation, each has their own way that they started wrestling and how they got into it and what kept them in. And I think if they keep thinking about the things that drew in people back then, they need to go back to what drew them in the first place.
Yeah.
Mae Young, she's as old she's as old as she was in the year above Jason at school. Wow. But she's passed away now, so I don't know.
See, I'm a survivor.
Yes, you are.
I'm still here.
Hey, you survived Jimmy and Leroy. I mean, I don't know. That gives
you
credit.
No, if you can do that, you can do anything.
I love you guys. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm next on the bug roster, right? They're going to start roasting me. But yeah, so anyways, we look forward to seeing Bayley come back. I hope she comes back sooner rather than later, but please, Bayley, make sure that you are fully healed before you come back, because we do not want to see you get injured again. All right. Raw and NXT are starting to change. Now, if you have been watching it, I don't know if you've noticed that they are starting to let little things in that came from the Attitude Era, and they are starting to ditch the PG era. Yeah. They were not happy with the 18 to 20 demographic because it was not bringing people in and everything else. Product changes will not apply to SmackDown, only Raw and NXT. Fox is fine with the way things are. They're a very successful company, and they know what works and what doesn't, and they refuse to let that in. They will let what's happening happen. Now, we also agree that SmackDown has been one of the most successful shows in the WWE, so why change it, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to mess around with it. So, hey, Mr. Fulton, welcome in. Good to have you, sweetie. But they are allowing the SHIT word, which we can't say too much on here, to be used. Hopefully it goes beyond swearing. We need new storylines. It needs proper care, and they need more Roman Reigns type storylines. Do you disagree, or do you agree with that?
I don't mind it having the edge. I mean, let's be honest, right? The S word, right?
Yeah.
Not that you should have to call it that, but
I know.
It's not really that bad, in my opinion. No. So as long as they're not dropping F-bombs here, there, and everywhere, then I don't see a problem with it. And they do need a bit of an edge.
Yeah.
To it, they make it different. I think the PG era. I get why they did it. They're trying to get younger fans in, all the rest of it. I understand that, but I wasn't a massive fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should have been what it was. No, that's not Lauren and Hardy. That's the Hardys. Get it right.
Sorry, I had to bring it up.
Yeah.
Braving Jason, Brave having Jason on, then he can't scratch his bum without dropping an F-bomb. But here's the thing. YouTube even said it. Twitch is fine with it. Dropping the odd shit is fine.
Yeah.
But when you start getting one or two in every couple of seconds, you start sounding like a trucker, and no offense to truckers, because not all of them are like that, then that's when they have a problem. Hello, Mello. How are you? And I see a hi, Grandpa. From Mello. I don't know who that is. If you know. Yep, there you go.
It's probably Ringo being a tit.
Yeah, maybe. But welcome in, Mello. Good to have you. Thank you so much for coming. It's okay. It's okay. We're all about that. Trust me, if you've been reading the chat lately, Mello, there's been quite a bit of that lately. So Jason will take it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
But I think this is good, and I do agree with it. What they have done with the Roman Reigns storyline has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. It keeps you intrigued, and this whole aspect of Paul and Brock thing added on to it has been absolutely cool.
Yeah.
And contrary to what everybody else thinks, I like Brock's new look. I really do. He needed this. I'm not so much on the man bun. The beard looks good, though. But his clothes and everything else, he needed a change from the stupid shorts.
Yeah.
Okay, if he's going to wrestle, he can wrestle in the shorts or whatever else he wants to. But I think he needed this change. He looks more like a lumberjack now, like a rough man's man from the outback. He just needs that. He needed it, and this is going to be good for him. And the fans aren't actually that unhappy with it. So I can see it doing great things for him. But like I said, this whole Roman Reigns thing, I think, could do the same for the Hurt Business on Raw. If they keep it together and keep that arc going. Like, do you agree with that, or?
Yeah, well, I liked the Hurt Business. I mean, you know, I don't mind Bobby Lashley, right? And he's a bit like a fungus. He's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. He certainly did better with having the guys behind him, especially MVP. MVP was probably the best thing that could have happened to Lashley.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that he's not there now, so I can sort of understand why they brought it back. The only thing is, are they going to go through the same malarkey again, where you know there's argy bargy and they get kicked out? What is their reason for coming back? Right? Is it they know that they were better with him than without, and Bobby's realizing in that as well.
Yeah,
or,
true.
What's quite going on? What caused them to reverse their decisions, as it were?
Yeah, I agree.
And I hope they delve into that a bit more.
Yeah, I hope they do too. And I mean, this is the thing we talk about all the time. Is the fact that they start something and they never finish it properly. I mean, they could have done that with Bobby Lashley, Lana, the whole storyline there. They could have ended it properly instead of just it all of a sudden stopping.
Yeah.
Okay, this is their problem, is they start a great storyline, even if it's stupid, finish it. We need that closure as fans as to what happened with this, you know? Michelle, welcome in, sweetie. How are you? I hope you're having a good day, sweetheart.
Hi, Michelle.
But yeah, I mean, it just so much. Abigail! How are you, beautiful? Don't let Leroy fool you. The funny is all me. Great night. I love listening to you both. Thank you so much. I love you, Abigail. I'm sorry that I don't get so much of your stuff. Sorry about out now because I don't know what I should do. You know what you can talk about, Mel? You can talk about wrestling.
Like Leroy does.
No, it's not all.
Leroy doesn't know a thing about wrestling. He just makes it up as he goes along.
That's right.
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah. All right. The next thing that we're going to talk about, though, and yes, I hope they keep up with this because, I mean, this change that they're doing has started to work with the fans. Yep. And now that the fans are back in the building, they're getting a new boost. And even Tony Khan said it. Now they're finally getting the competition that they've needed. Yeah. So you shouldn't follow her on Ted's Pure Filth. Okay, noted. And Mello says, bye, Grandpa. Yeah, Vicky. Yeah. Yes, absolutely, Leroy. Done. We'll book the match. We'll book Becky Lynch in a simple hot pot match. Okay. Now, this has been a story that we've talked about for the last few weeks. Liv Morgan. Okay? What is she going to do? What's she coming up with? Oh, okay. All right, Bello. Is she going to leave WWE they've kind of remembered her and are starting to bring her back now. Will they forget about her again? No word on when her contract ends, but we know that KO, Kevin Owens, his contract ends, I think, in January. And what are they going to do with her? They think KO is going to go to AEW, which is why I don't know if he will. Kevin Owens is a great wrestler, but I don't know. Throwing another WWE wrestler at AEW, I don't know if it's such a great idea. But Tony Khan has done a great job with scheduling and everything else. He is the one who does all the scheduling and the writing, from what I've been told right now. So he's doing a phenomenal job. He's got a great mind. But we shall see. But it's been typical wherever Kevin Owens goes, Liv follows. They're great friends. They're best of friends. But when he got drafted, so did Liv. When Kevin Owens got moved to another, like from SmackDown to Raw, Liv went with him. When they went back to SmackDown, Liv went with him. So will she, if he goes to AEW, will she go to AEW with him? Could she team up with Ruby Soho? Why am I messing these names up? With Ruby Soho again as the Riot Squad, or could they take on a new name? Could they be a new, like, against each other? I don't know. What do you think about this whole Liv thing that we've been talking about?
I mean, I've always liked Liv Morgan. I thought she's untapped potential. Because she's not just eye candy or whatever. She's got genuine ability. It's not it's not like someone like Dana Brooke, who, to be honest, I've never been impressed with. She's not like Eva Marie.
Yeah.
Right? She can mix it up in the ring. Is she the best? No. But given the opportunity, she can improve a great deal. They just got to let her have a chance and get someone like Becky or whoever behind her and say, look, this is how you can get things done. And recognise, get Stephanie promoting her probably. If she gets Stephanie's backing, which I don't see why she shouldn't. And I mean, Stephanie, we know Stephanie can wrestle to an extent. Yeah. So, teach her a few extra moves, something a bit different. I don't think she needs to go to AEW, really.
No, I don't think so either.
As long as right.
Yeah.
At the moment, I like where they're headed with her.
Yeah.
Right? It's been small baby steps, shall we say. But they seem to be recognising that, her for how good she is.
Yeah.
So, if they continue in that direction, I don't think she's got anything to worry about. Obviously, as you say, if they mess her about again, then, I know. And of course, we don't know what KO's going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
No idea. We don't know. Some of the wrestlers, that they got disgruntled. People like Bryan Danielson, that he got disgruntled. We know that Bray Wyatt was getting disgruntled, right? Dean Ambrose, right, was getting fed up, right? You knew that. I don't get that from Kevin.
No.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't feel that with him. So
he hasn't been used lately, however, but I don't know.
No, but you can't. This is the thing. You can't promote everybody all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, Drew McIntyre's taken a bit of a back seat.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. How do you organise it so the right people get the right opportunities? You can't please everybody.
No, you can't please everybody all the time. You can only please half the people half the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But, I mean, look how long it took Big E to get a title. And a lot of people said before now he should have had a title.
Right.
Right? His run that he's having great? It's all right.
It's all right. It's keeping him afloat.
Yeah. I mean, he's certainly trying to be entertaining. We'll give him that much.
I like Kevin Owens' wrestling style. I do. I like the way he wrestles. And I don't care. He looks like the working man's wrestler with the belly he has and everything else. I like everything. I like his outfit and everything else. He kind of reminds me of back in the day Mick Foley when it was just a pair of track pants, a lumberjack, and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do to get by to save your money, period. But you get out there and you do the work and you run that storyline. You do what you have to do. You wrestle to like sell it to the fans. You don't need an outfit to sell yourself to the fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I you know, I've said many a time. Thank you, Abby. At least someone's got my back. At least someone's got my back. Yeah. I've got massively distracted by that now. No, but you know, KO, Kevin Steen. He's again one of the ones that came from Ring of Honor. Did very, very well there. Came over, and has he got as good a push as he should have? No.
Yeah.
But he's done all right for himself.
Yeah.
No.
Agreed.
Should he have another run as champ? Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you've got to remember with a lot of these guys, although they're newer to us than some of the other ones, they're still, heading for that 40 mark. So, how much longer are they going to keep going?
True. Yeah.
How much longer can they physically keep going?
Yeah. I agree.
And Kev, bless him, has had his fair share of injuries.
Yeah. He has.
Who's to say? I know. Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is, too, we know how WWE treats those that are constantly injured. AOP as a big red flag there, constantly getting injured to the point where AOP is no longer employed.
Yeah. Because
they got injured so much, but it wasn't both of them. It was the main, I forget which one it was. Yeah. But
Razor, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Razor more than anything. So give Akim a push. Let him become a singles competitor and push him. And, don't let them both go. But they did work phenomenally as a tag team. I really like them, so. Hey, you know what? It's actually a good giggle sometimes, but I try to ignore it. Jason does. He can't see the chat at all, Abby. So.
I know, boy.
So.
I'll let Vicky relay it to me if she feels like it.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen so he can see it, or I'll read it. So.
That's fine.
Oh man! All right. So. Okay. So, yeah, I hope they do the right thing with Liv. She is great. I always have liked her as well. Whether it was with the blue tongue or the green tongue or whatever she goes with, she is an amazing persona herself. She's a great wrestler. And I agree with you. I hope they do the right thing with her. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, and I don't know if you've caught up with AEW too much, but they did have a ladder match at Dynamite Anniversary Show, which was on Wednesday, and they had it was with Andrade, Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, Matt Hardy, the Joker, which turned out to be Hangman Adam Page, and Lance Archer. And of course, Adam Page got the chip, the poker chip or casino chip. He knocked Moxley off the ladder. And he is now number one contender to go against Kenny Omega, but there's no announcement of when that match is going to happen or how he's going to get there.
No, I shall see. Yeah.
I thought it was a tremendous match. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I'd imagine it was when you announced the people that were in there. I'd imagine it's very good.
Oh, it's not.
It's
awesome.
Talking of AEW, why do I always get his name blooming wrong? Old Skullface with a skateboard.
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, yeah. I believe it's him anyway. He's supposed to be in the new Jackass film.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's Darby Allin. It's supposed to be the new Jackass film.
Could be.
Remember Jackass?
I think so.
Yeah, with Johnny Knoxville and all that. Like, well, considering his skateboarding background and stuff, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's probably only in one thing, but yeah, he's supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those well, Johnny Knoxville's gone grey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he is. So is Steve-O.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Knoxville with Steve-O still pouring hot sauce in his eyes. I don't know how anybody does the things these guys do. They are absolutely like clinically insane guys. Yeah. I don't know how they do like put in a baby crocodile, connecting it to your nipple, or kicking each other in the nuts, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope that because obviously Darby's in AEW, right? That they promote part of it on AEW. They get them come in and do what they never did on WWE.
Yeah,
because that fell apart, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it was for Jackass 3 or something, and it never took off.
Yeah, I think so.
They wanted to be.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember is I think it was Steve-O getting choked out by one of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Can't remember who now.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was now either, but yeah, it's just, Jimmy says, Jason calling out other men for aging, though, the absolute nerve. How dare you call other men out for aging?
Yeah, but I've not gone grey yet.
Not completely.
This hasn't up here. It may be going, but it's not gone grey.
There you go. Sacrifice with a skateboard sounds like Leroy and Freya spotted a cat, and he nearly smashed his face and fell forward so fast. Oh, Abby. Oh, man. I am so glad you came in. And Leroy says Jason is so old that the dinosaurs learn about the Clorassic period at dinosaur school. So there you go.
Well done, Lee. I bet that took you ages to think up, didn't it, mate? You were sitting there all night on that one.
Yep, probably.
Yep.
All right. Well,
good job, sir. Good job. Bravo.
But yeah, it was a great match and everything else, and I love watching TLC matches. You know that. I mean, they're the hardcore. So, all right. Bobby Fish appeared in his first match at AEW against Sammy Guevara, but lost. They say he says that Sammy's days as champ are almost over. They're numbered. Half of the Undisputed Era are now in AEW. Will the others follow? So we've got Adam Cole, and we now have Bobby Fish. So will the other two, Kyle O'Reilly, whatever, will they follow? I don't know.
I think Kyle's quite happy where he is at the moment. Roddy, he's in another stable, but he seems to be doing all right.
Yeah.
So, and he's he's leading it this time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, well, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see with that. I could see Roddy going to AEW. I could see it happening, but I doubt whether AEW would put them all back as a team again, though.
Yeah, I don't think they would, because you've got Adam Cole in All Elite right now, right? Although they did put Bobby Fish as All Elite, he's still not really in with Adam Cole as, so to speak.
No.
So, yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think it would make sense to keep them apart anyways because of the rivalry that Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole had in NXT. I think, would be good to keep them apart, maybe keep that rivalry alive, so to speak. So,
yeah.
I think. Okay, also, speaking of NXT, Johnny Gargano, on December 3rd, his contract expires. We know that Candice LeRae is pregnant right now. I don't know if you guys have seen their Instagram or whatever, but they had a great reveal as to the sex of their new child.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but what it is Johnny's playing around with the balloon with their little pug or their little dog, and she freaks out. Candace freaks out. Don't play with that. That's the balloon that reveals the baby's sex. And I guess she goes to throw it back to Johnny, and the dog gets it, pops it, and she is covered in blue. So it's gonna be a boy.
Right, fair enough.
I love that kind of reveal. I think that's one of the best reveals I have seen in a long time. Way to go, guys. I think that was really super cool.
Who was it? There's someone, I might even be Jimmy, that's got a thing about popping balloons. I can't remember. They don't like it.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't remember if it was Jimmy or not. Because Lee, well, yeah, Abby will know. Abby will know. Lee and Abby did a video where they did a giveaway. And they put all the people that were taking part in balloons.
Yeah.
And then popping the balloons and and somebody on the chat on our lot freaked out about it, and I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Jimmy.
Okay. And he's got a thing. What about the noise of it? He doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's just the sudden. He knows it's going to do it, but it still gets him.
Yeah.
Abby will correct me.
Jimmy actually just said it. He says, "Yeah, I've got an aversion to bursting balloons." Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. Some people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the thing, like bursting balloons and stuff like that. A lot of people, it makes them very nervous. And so, Jimmy, you're not alone on that. I actually get quite nervous around balloons. So,
I think it's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. We can scare the living crap out of people with bursting balloons and stuff. But anyways, Gargano could, like, where do you think he's headed? There has no new negotiations with the WWE at this point, so we don't know where they're going or where he's going. Candice will go with him, you know that, she's his wife. But could he be headed to the main roster? Could he be headed to AEW, Impact, ROH? New Japan? Like, where do you think Gargano's going to go? Because I mean, he's done all he can do with NXT.
Yeah. But you say that, but he's happy there, right? I can see him easily getting another title run.
Sorry, I had to hear. This is what you should read too. It just one had.
Yes, mate. It doesn't explain why I laugh, though.
No. Nope. But anyways, back to the topic. Johnny Gargano, what do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, no, I think he'll stay put. I think he'll possibly, renegotiate his contract.
Yeah.
Take a few months off to be with Candice, right? And see the kid being born, all the rest of it, and spend the first few months of his life with it on a daily basis. I mean, if both Becky and Seth can carry on wrestling when they're having a kid, then I don't see why they can't.
Yep.
Right. I don't think the schedule is as bad on NXT as it is for the main roster.
Yeah.
So I can't see any reason for Johnny wanting to go to AEW.
Yeah.
Right? There doesn't seem to be a, Adam Cole, yes, I've got that. Bobby Fish obviously didn't have a lot of choice in it. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Yeah. But some of the guys have gone there, right? Because they're not being utilised properly or whatever. And,
that was my son, by the way.
Oh, right. I wonder what that was. Hello.
He said, excuse me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't see any reason for him leaving NXT. Yes, they might put him up. They might put him up to the main roster, but the usual argument: are they going to utilize him properly?
Yeah.
He certainly could be.
I think he would do good on the main roster.
Yeah, I think he could be a potential future world or universal champion. Same with Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, I mean, you know who it reminds me a lot of, especially with the way he does things, is Chris Jericho. The way Chris Jericho had his list, and the way he has all his little lists, and Gargano's always doing this and doing that, underhanded stuff.
Yeah, maybe a
little bit, but just the kind of persona and everything that he puts up and stuff. But yeah, Abigail says, you laugh because you're a good sport, Jace, and you know who loves you. See the kid being born. Best way to explain the birth of a first child. I'm glad. Jimmy says, I'm glad mothers don't spend more than a night or two on the maternity wards now. That washing up won't do itself. Well then, Jimmy, I say. That's why I had kids. No, I'm kidding. That's why I had kids, so they could do all the stuff I did for them, right? So now it's their turn to take care of me.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Anyways, that is not why I had kids. It's a running joke with me and my kids. So we still say Sean's my favorite because he does all the high stuff, right? Carter gets hello.
Yeah. Hello. I do. When I've been here, I've been doing stuff to help my mum and dad. So, things they might not have been able to do on their own.
Yeah, exactly.
So, even been doing a little bit in the garden as well.
Yep. Good.
I hate
That's
gardening.
really good.
I hate gardening.
Oh, so do I. No, I'm just kidding. I love gardening. I like gardening, but I don't like getting down on my hands and knees to do it. So yeah, not a fan of being on my hands and knees. Is that anyway? Okay, moving on. But I hope he makes a good decision. I could see him doing big things on the main roster, but good luck to him, and all the best to Candace when they do give birth. No, it's my kids. Don't worry, Leroy. We haven't dropped them off at his house at all. Okay. I am not going to read that out loud, but that's a good one. Okay. A big news actually for the training center. Ken Drone, in case you don't know who that is, Kenny Dykstra from the Spirit Squad has been hired. He's been hired on a full-time basis to work at WWE Performance Center as a coach. He was trained by Killer Kowalski, who also trained China and Triple H. And he worked with NXT from 2006 to 2008 before he got his release. And he was back for a little bit for a stint on Smackdown before he was then released again, but is now back as a coach on a permanent full-time basis. So I think that's great. I mean, he is a great wrestler, and he's been trained by one of the best. I actually really liked Killer Kowalski, his wrestling style and everything else. And the amount of people he's trained in his heyday and everything else is just so awesome. But I'm glad to see Kenny has a place.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, right? I don't know if you had this on your list. What do you make of Keith Lee and his new name?
I like it.
You like it?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? No.
No.
I found out what I was going to say something about, saying about giving him a ridiculous name. But I did find out there was a wrestler that had that nickname like 30, 40 odd years ago. I don't know when it was. Yeah. And they're sort of going with that, sort of paying homage to that bloke. I don't know anything about the guy, but he was called Bearcat. But it's a weird name. It's a weird name. And Keith, I get the, if they want to do that, but why Keith Lee?
Yeah. I wish they had just kept it Keith Lee.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was Keith Lee's idea or whether it was the writing team or the staff's idea. I don't know. I hope it was not Keith Lee's idea. Then we can sit there. We don't have to blame Keith Lee. But if it was, maybe he can make it work.
Well, right? People didn't give Nikki's thing much of a chance.
No.
And she's ran with it and she's made it work. So I still prefer her as just, naughty Nikki Cross myself.
Yeah.
But she's trying to handle something different, and she's made it work. So who's to say Keith can't make this work?
I think, I was actually going to mention it just briefly, but maybe he can. And maybe they are starting to open up a little bit more and give the wrestlers more of their creative freedom as to what they're allowed to do, and letting them almost trip and fall on their face if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's an amazing thing that they needed to do for very long. Naughty Nikki? No. No. But this is the thing. They need to give them more creative freedom. If they had done that with Bray Wyatt, I think we could have seen a lot better and a lot more from him. Although I was intrigued with what he did with The Fiend and Bray Wyatt himself, like Rotunda had done it. But I think if they had given him a little bit more freedom as to what they could do and whatever, I think it would have turned out a lot better, and it would have. Yeah. He would still be there. Yeah. But I wish Ken Doan all the best, and I think that's amazing for him that he's now got a permanent full-time job here. He's a great trainer, great coach already. We know he's a great wrestler. But anyways, future. And Keith Lee, same thing. And I don't know what they're doing with Mia Yim. I don't know when she's coming back. Both of them had COVID, so that's why they've been gone for so long. Yeah. Vicky is much more of a patient host than I am. I'd have got angry and muted this boring little tit for an hour ago.
You didn't last night, mate.
Yep. Oh, and here's the thing, though, Jimmy. I haven't fallen asleep yet, so we're good. So I had to, Chase. I had to. See?
I do like that one. But that's in my defense. You haven't fallen asleep, so it must be semi-entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. So it's half a dig and half not.
Yeah.
No, you're not boring. That's rubbish. Name a naughty Nikki. Come up with something better. Yeah, he could have. Yeah. Oh, he muted you about. He said he muted you about 4 times last night.
That's what they called her, wasn't it, Naughty Nikki? I'm pretty sure that's what they called her.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah, so I didn't make it up.
No. But Jimmy says he muted you about 4 times last night.
Well, not for very long.
Nah.
And only because Rach asked.
Yeah, that's right. Because Rach loves you. All right. I'm not even going to go there anyways. Yeah. This is like watching Andy Crane and Ed the Duck. Wow.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Anyways, all right. Next thing we're going to talk about is Will Osprey. He is done with New Japan Pro Wrestling. The MLW is where he is headed next, which is Major League Wrestling. He will make his debut in the fall. No exact date given as of yet. He is recovered from his knee injury that caused him to have to relinquish the title in New Japan. But he has appeared on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong and Revolution Pro Wrestling. He has not worked with AEW yet, but it could happen. I don't care. I could care less, honestly.
He's a British guy, isn't he? Will Osprey.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen him wrestle a few times. I thought he was quite good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I like Coronation Street, to be honest, to get off the topic of wrestling just for 1 second. But Will Osprey, I hope he does great things. I mean, he's a great person. He's a great champion, great wrestler. just a great person all around. But yeah, to that, you know what? I have Coronation Street over here. The only difference is you guys get the season of Coronation Street when it comes out. We get it like 6 months later, right? But I still watch it. And a lot of the British shows that I did trivia on were hints from Jason and a couple of other people that I don't talk about anymore. But yeah, it's yeah, they do. We have a lot of Brits over here, a lot of UK people. We have Irish, Scottish, everything over here, and they all watch it. And it's a great show, though. I like it. It's basically a UK soap opera, and I actually find it better than some of our American soap operas.
And Jimmy goes on about me for watching The Ladder Tripe.
Yes, I do, actually, Jimmy. I do. Gordon the Gopher. Yes, I do. I'm actually looking for a couple of Funko Pops. I'm looking for Tinkerbell still. I am still looking for Boo Berry. Are ones. And there's a couple of wrestlers that I want. Like I want Alexa. I have Alexa Bliss, pardon me. It was The Fiend that I wanted and The Undertaker, the only ones. And Shawn Michaels. But I don't know if... Did I have a Shawn Michaels one yet?
Which Undertaker do you need, Vicky?
I don't know any one of them. I just want one at least.
I've got one.
Do you have one?
I have
okay,
one.
We'll talk about price and everything after.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got one. I think I got a funny feeling it's a glow in the dark.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I got two by accident.
Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll talk about it after. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about price after. Wayne Deacon is original. Yeah, you know what? That's what I want. Yeah, but it's expensive. On the Funko website, it's almost $400 for that Boo Berry. Right? And I want the 10-inch that they're talking about bringing on. I don't know if they brought it out yet because I really haven't been following Funko lately. But I want the 10-inch Boo Berry because I have the 10-inch Frankenstein. Or Frankenberry.
Anyway, man.
And I don't want the Count Chocula. I know it comes as a trio, but I also want like the Yummy Mummy is another one I've been looking for. And stuff like that. But anyways, we'll talk about more of this at the end because I only have a couple more things to talk about. But we'll talk about that at the end because there's so many. Oh yeah, he is, Michelle. He is the one guy that and no, my son is not named after him. I just like the way the name flowed, and if you look at my son Sean, he is a Sean. So it just, give me a couple. I need that. But I don't like Count Chocula. I'm sorry. I don't like him. I don't know why. Okay, anyways, let's get to the last few things that we got to talk about, and then we'll move on. We're going to talk about the King of the Ring that is going to be finalized at Saudi Arabia's Crown Jewel on the 21st of this month, which on the Saturday before, which is the 20th, we will be on Jimmy Barnes' channel talking about our picks for this, which I don't know if Jimmy's going to do it or not because we're not great big fans of Saudi Arabia, but Crown Jewel, we're still probably going to do our picks to keep up with our points. And if you haven't checked out Jimmy Barnes, make sure you get over there because he is an amazing gentleman. But we do talk about that every month. We have a live prediction show between Jason, myself, Jimmy, and Rach Capper. And it's going to be a great one. I'm sure they're always great. We have a great talk about it. But here we go. Right now, it has gotten down to, here are the finalists. So far, we had a match, Ray versus Sammy, which Sammy won. Sami Zayn. Cesaro and Finn Balor fought, and Finn won. So Sammy and Zayn in the next one will fight each other to see who goes next as number one contender. And then we have yet to see Kofi versus Ginger and Xavier versus Ricochet. Those matches I think will be happening this week, so that it plans up to date for everything. And we'll find out who the finalist is after that. Now, The one thing I am glad they are doing this year, which actually helps the women out. I know, right, Abigail? I know. Sorry, I have to put this one up.
Yeah. Well, he was going on about calling me a leprechaun, right? And so about my Lucky Charms, and I said to him, and I said, well, they are magically delicious.
I wouldn't know, and nor do I. All right, so but I am glad they're doing this now. I gotta distract myself now. That was too good. That was actually really good. But they are having a queen of the ring, because we always know that Charlotte Flair, she dubs herself the queen of wrestling. So we've only had one match so far, up to date, because they kind of went down in like a that gauntlet fashion. Toni Storm versus Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega won, so she moves on to the next match, which will be a result of Liv versus Carmella. So whoever wins that match will fight Zelina. And then we have Doudrop or Piper Niven versus Natalya. And the winner of that match will go on to face Brooke, Dana Brooke, or Shayna versus Shayna Baszler. So whoever wins that match, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. And just so we're going to end this one, and then we can continue to chat. I don't mind at all. The next pay-per-view, October 21st, Crown Jewel. And then on October 26th will be NXT's Halloween Havoc. I always love that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm always impressed with that. Also, in November will be Survivor Series. Will be the next, and then in December will be TLC.
Awesome. Sounds like a good lineup.
Yes, absolutely. I can't wait. AEW has not, I know it's going to be another casino related pay-per-view, but they haven't released the date yet, as far as I know. So next time we go live, we will let you guys know when that is. The burnt side of a stake for being a witch. Oh, Jace, the last woman Jason loved was burnt at the stake for being a witch. Okay. And I'm sure he would imagine she did too. So, because she's not with him anymore.
There you go.
But anyways, Funko Pops. If you guys want to talk Funko Pops, do whatever. You know what? You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys really are. I just got nothing good to say. Nothing good to say. Nothing bad to say. I meant to say nothing but good to say about you. So,
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, at least you did. I hope they did too.
Oops.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I know you guys have been absolutely amazing, supportive, and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate it 100%. I love you guys so much. Jace, I appreciate that you're here with me every other week.
Yep.
And
I do try, yeah.
You know, and I mean, I know that there's a 5-hour time difference and everything else, and I do appreciate it. What did you put, Michelle? Jason, how are you doing? She wants to know.
Oh yeah, no, fine. Still, still headaches and stuff. Although it's not been so bad this evening. Right, I came off some tablets a while back that would put my calcium levels up, and they think that may have been an issue. And I've only stopped taking them about 2 weeks ago. They reckon it could be up to 8 weeks before the effects wear off.
Okay.
So we don't know.
So if you're better now, like you're having a good night tonight with no headache or whatever, then that could be the contributing factor. Yeah. Yes. Fingers crossed.
And touching wood.
Yeah. Well, Michelle is still praying for you every morning. So
I appreciate that, Michelle. You know that.
Yes, but I do appreciate you guys being here and the support you guys give me, whether it be on Twitter or Twitch or on Instagram here on YouTube. It does mean a lot. I watch your guys' videos. I'm there. You guys are absolutely hilarious. your sarcasm and everything else and whatever. I can't get enough of it. It's awesome. So it's hard not to. Abigail's like, don't give him ammo to, make him keep going in the chat. And I'm like, I can't help it. He's so funny sometimes, Yeah, exactly.
You should know, Abby, that it's water for ducks back to me. Right? I give as good as I get. Always do.
Yeah, Abby says, stop touching wood.
I was waiting for that.
Yep. Leroy says he came off some tablets a while back, and that's an understatement because they said they've cured him of the plague, but instead he's touching wood or cloth or who knows. Anyways, whatever he uses is none of my business, okay?
Yeah. Well, you get to a certain age, and Leroy knows this as well as I do. You get to a certain age, and the medication just becomes a part of your normal everyday thing.
Yeah.
Right? And you walk around with a box like this full of tablets.
Oh, I do.
And every time you walk down the road, you rattle.
Yep. I thought that was when you shook your head, but okay. Anyway,
What if that's what they mean by rattlesnake?
It could be. It's just Jason walking around going like this. Anyways, no, I take a lot of vitamins too, right? So trust me, I got about 8 pills I have to take every day, but only 2 of them are actually like meds. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, and I mean, this is the thing. We get along great. I love you guys. I don't want to be all sappy and
Group hug.
Yeah, there. Okay, all done now. Moving on. Anyway. But I still love my Funko Pops. I've got my shelf. I don't know if you guys trying to tilt my camera up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we can see.
There's my shelf up there, and there's about 4 of them that won't fit up there. About 4 of them that won't fit up there. I need another shelf. So, I need another room. What's that?
I need another room.
Yeah, you need a whole new house.
Yes,
I always said I'm going to buy a house. There was one down here that I wanted to buy. It was a German style home, like a Tudor home, but it had 7 rooms in it. And I said, what we're going to do is one's a gaming room for my kids and one's my office. The other one is for my Funko Pops and my little toy collection and whatever. And then I said, we'll move my Twitch friends into the other end and they can make a room. A room for each thing, I
know. Both me and Lee, if we could afford it, we'd have an arcade.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know if Abby's agreed to it or not, but Lee wants to spend £1,700 on one of those blueberry pie arcade units.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. They had one out here at Toys R Us for $300, I think it was, or $400, but it was an actual Pac-Man machine.
I've seen it.
You put together yourself, and I'm like, dude. Right. Yeah, it's like an actual stand-up arcade game that we used to have in the arcades.
Is this full size then?
It's bigger. It's about Carter's height.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, it's about 5 feet tall, maybe 4 feet.
Because I've seen the little ones that are about perhaps 2 foot tall or 3 foot tall, and they've got things like Street Fighter and stuff like that on them.
Yeah,
but not that. No. Okay.
Yeah. That's Abby's answer to you.
What was that? Oh, hang on, I can't see it because it's. Oh no, I haven't.
She hasn't agreed to it. She hasn't agreed to it yet.
Okay.
But I mean, I always said that if I can afford to, I'd get a house that was big enough for all my Twitch friends and all my YouTube friends to come and visit, and have a place for, like, of course, me, I'm going to end up having a Funko room, but anyways, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, we love each other to death. You guys are amazing. And if, like I said, hey, Rach, welcome in. How you doing? We're almost about to end. Jason forgot his own question.
I did.
Yeah. But was I gonna? If you haven't checked out Not Suitable for Mom, it's spelled Not Suitable MUM. Make sure you go check him out. He does reviews. He does taste tests. He buys CDs, DVDs, vinyl, Funko Pops, figures, everything. He talks about that. He does unboxings as well. Make sure you also go check out Jimmy Barnes. And check him out as well, because we do that live wrestling prediction, but he also does a lot of the stuff like vinyl and music and Funko Pops and other stuff as well. He's a great gentleman.
He even attempts to sing.
Yes, he did. Actually, he's got a pretty good voice.
Yeah, it depends on the song.
Oh, well, hey, it's better than mine singing My Little Mermaid song, which I doubt any of you have heard. So if you want to hear it, I don't know. But anyways, that's okay, Rach. We still love ya. Leroy also has his own channel. Great gentleman. Abigail has her own channel. Please go check her out as well. And Rach Capper, who will also be joining us on the 20th for that live prediction show. Make sure that you go and check her out as well, because she does Funko Pops and everything else. And my number one mod here on YouTube is Michelle, which she's changed her name to Heavenly Creations. Make sure you go check her out as well. On her channel, she does live chat and coloring streams. She is a great colorist. She does really well with shading, and she can draw her own stuff. She really is a good artist. So. But anyways, I think we're going to end it there. You and I will talk Funkos after. And guys, if you ever want me to just make a video showing all the Funkos that I have and talk about the ones that I want,
yeah, definitely.
I'll do it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I will do that. All right. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. And we will see you again in 2 weeks with another update. Much love. Take care. Ciao.